Okay, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. My Hunter x Hunter episode Afterthoughts will come up. It was gay as fuck. Along with this. Now, Black Bullet. This is now new ground. I do not know what is going to go down here from this point on. Because I only know from... It was funny because people on Kiss Anime, they were like, oh yeah, that was a great season, on to the second season, because like how the first 4 episodes, they basically in 4 episodes did one arc, if you would. I'm not going to abruptly say that Black Bullet is horrible. That I'm not going to say. What I'm going to say is this. We'll see. We'll see. It's tricky business with light novels because you don't know, where it lies. You don't know where they're going with it. You don't know how much they're fitting into it. So, yeah. But this episode pretty much, and I want to apologize. Someone mentioned in the Data Live episode review I did, yeah, I guess I might have said that it ends that season. I don't know why I might have said it, but I guess I said it. But I apologize on that. Obviously, that's not true. But about this, Black Bullet. This pretty much, episode 5, I believe it was called Black Assassin. This goes into a new segue, because right now what ends on happening is, Rentaro, he gets, picked for a new assignment. Because the whole thing with, who Sakatane is done. He's dead. And he's moving on to a next assignment. And this next assignment, he's going to be a bodyguard. Essentially, he's just basically talking to Kisara? Did I say her name? Yeah, Kisara. About, sending Enju to a good school and everything and all that jazz. And the next assignment he's been told is going to be a bodyguard position. To protect, that one with the white hair. What's her name? Satenshi? He's going to protect her. Now, he basically goes to the office and he gets introduced to her. He talks to her, about the bodyguard position and what he's going to be doing, protecting her. She also has other bodyguards. Well, one of the bodyguard, he obviously must have been a member in the J room. Because he was butthurt. Ugh. Big time. Big time butthurt-itis by this guy. He's like, oh, don't. He confronts him in the bathroom with like 3 or 4 other guys. He says, oh, don't take this assignment, Satomi-kun. I'm like, immediately I want to say, like, what the fuck's your problem? And he basically, they out guns, and they tell him that. He's like, no, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. You don't order me around. And he's like, oh, break his legs and arms. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's not going to happen. Sure enough, it doesn't happen. He actually almost shoots the guy. And he's like, oh, I'm going to kill you and all this shit. And he just basically leaves. I'm like, fuck. And these guards show up and they're basically telling him, he's like, what happened, And he basically tells him, tell that I'm going to take the assignment. And then we get into a segue, because we get introduced in this episode to 2 new characters. Well, actually 3. But one of them, I believe, his name was mentioned along the way in episodes 1 through 4. One of the characters, somewhere in my eyes, is this little girl who gets hassled by these 3 guys. Until Satomi sees it happening, and he basically flashes the badge and they run away. It's another oily. To Blaze Monkey, man, where are you at? Where are you at, man? Where are you at? So it's another Loli cursed children. This one is this little girl, and you could barely hear her speak. It was like, she's like, she's tired and shit and everything, and apparently, she takes this, yes, where do you live? Where your guardians, she doesn't know. And she takes out this bottle, and near these pills in it, it says caffeine. I'm like, she says that she's nocturnal, and during the daytime she has to take these. It was so weird. Eventually what ends on happening is he gives her his phone number to her, and she goes on her way, because she says, oh, I know where my, apartment is. So she goes on her way, and, he goes on his way. Now, the rest of the episode, we got introduced to another character. This girl who goes to Satomi's school. She's the president of the student council. Apparently, she just goes, because they're eating dinner. Satomi and Enju. It was kind of funny, and she's like, yeah, I'm sick. Pfft, take care of me. And then the other one shows up, Kisara. And they're on top of each other. And he tells Enju, get rid of one of them. And reason why, they don't like each other. Essentially what happens is she gets too buddy-buddy. I believe what was her name? The one from the high school was Shiba. Miori Shiba, I believe. And she gets a little too friendly with Satomi, and it's like, here comes Kisara taking out the sword and shit. I was like, and it is so funny, because you got Enju and Rintaro just taking the table. Okay, let's go here. And they basically have a fucking fight in his house, in his apartment. And he's like thinking about the cost and everything. The rest of the episode, we basically have, it's Satomi and Senteichi. What's her name? Saitenchi. They basically go and they meet this guy named Saitaka. And he's like one of the big wigs in Japan when it's concerning the Gastrea and everything else. And they basically, his job with her is to protect her. And what ends on happening is he's talking to her, and they're having like a sit-down dinner kind of thing. And he's actually telling it, he's upset with Rintaro because he destroyed that huge gun. Remember that huge gun he used to destroy the level 5 Gastrea? He's upset that that gun is non-usable now, because he was going to use it to put it on the moon. Not only on the moon to destroy Gastrea, but to threaten other countries. So this guy is bad news. Big bad news. So but he doesn't yield to him, Rintaro. He stood his ground, and so did Tenchi. It's hard to say that girl's name. It's the one with the white silvery hair. So on the way back in the limo, he's talking to her about it, and saying that she's stupid for the way she's acting, but he doesn't dislike her. I thought it was kind of weird. And then when he says that, all of a sudden, Ninju's on his lap and kicks him, and it's like, and Ninju says, oh, he won't pay attention to you if you have smaller boobs than Kisara. That was funny. But while they're in the limo, because they were in a limo, Anju notices something. She notices that something's off. And sure enough, they're crossing down the road. Assassin. Up in the tower. Oh, I also forgot to mention, the girl he saved, yeah, she's, the one that had the caffeine pills. Yeah. She's a cursed child. And she's trying to kill, Sentenchi. So, essentially what happens is, they get shot at by it, and Rintaro has to know how to protect her, and then the other bodyguards show up and take her away, and he's looking on in the distance like, who are you? Like, who is this person? Who is this person who's attacking us? And the assassin obviously is that cursed child. And cursed child. And she's wondering also at the same time, like, who is this person? Who is this Silver Servant person? So that's where we left off in this episode. And that was the end of the episode. So this obviously is a new segue. Because I noticed some people are saying this is not, it's not going through like the apocalyptic anymore. It feels like cop shows meet Haruhi Suzumiya, I saw in the anime website. Because they comment on the bottom. But this was interesting because we got introduced to interesting characters and we found out some things, give or take. I mean, it wasn't that spectacular of an episode, at least by my tastes, but I found it interesting now that we know that there are other countries. That's what really this episode was about. Other countries coming into play when it concerns Japan. Because they mentioned it in this episode about that they have an abundant supply of Valyrium. The stuff that Rentaro uses his bullets that are made out of his bullets and shit. He uses that to shoot the Gestrea. It's abundant supply. So I think this person, and stuff, the one that's trying to kill her, the girl and the master, I think they're from another country. At least that's what it seems to me that it's possibly be. But overall, I give this a 4 out of 5. It was pretty good. Nothing too spectacular, but I like the introduction of these characters. The little comedy routine between Kisara and that little one. That was funny. Also, this new girl, this new cursed child. These cursed children, man. They seem to all be female. Female children. So Lolis. It seems to be. They're all children. Lolis. So. But it was good. I liked it to a certain extent. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to add in this episode. Also, I want to mention something. I'm thinking about doing a tag. Not saying what it is, because I noticed a few tags have been going around. I think, Saladin, what are you doing here? Kawaii tag? No, we don't do that here. I'm sorry. But you got to know your place, man. No kawaii tag for Bankai. But I am thinking about doing a tag for a specific series. You guys will find out later on eventually what that will be. Haven't decided yet what it's going to be. I have decided. I just have to make up the questions. Because I have to also do another tag for K-taking, I believe. So yeah, later on I'll do that. And the chapters. So until then, it's Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Introduced to another Loli. Another Loli that... Oh, I also forgot to mention. Yeah. Anju, the bullet that was about to hit Rentaro, she deflected it with her kick. Just putting it out there. I'm Bankai 922. I'm going to catch you guys later.